Miracle. It's nothing but a miracle. You, alive, aware, conscious, present, engaged, involved in your own creation. Be with that. Recognize the beauty of that. Let go of your expectations. Allow yourself to be where you are, doing what you're doing and not doing anything at all, just being here. Allow yourself to feel that. This is a sacred space. Feel the silence. Feel being. How do you feel, beloved? This is a rhetorical question. I'm asking, how do you feel right now? Are you aware of the vibration you're in right now? Are you truly aware of the vibration that you're in right now? And when I say that, I'm not looking for a contextual expression or adjective within language. This is a feeling. This is an identifier. You recognize the vibration that you're in right now. As subtle and simple as such an exercise is, I need you to realize how powerful that is. What it means to recognize your own vibration, to be able to hold and identify that vibrational frequency, that sense of presence that's now. This is the progress that we speak of. So it sounds extremely simple, but understand the most subtle truth contains the deepest complexity and the greatest significance. The small things you do, small things to the ego mind, holding a particular vibrational state. It's an important skill, and it's developed with practice, presence, awareness. It's an actuality of fourth dimensional ability to hold the vibrational state, to identify and recognize a vibrational space of being. This is a fourth dimensional skill. As you develop the ability to tune out the physical world for a certain amount of time, you'll realize you being able to hold a vibrational state. You're holding vibrational states. Do you recognize the significance of that? It's one thing to know how you feel. It's a whole nother thing to know how you feel and maintain it for more than a split second. You're evolving. Just a mere 5 years ago, these things would be foreign. You're advancing in a tremendous way. Holding these vibrational states of being is where you're allowing yourself to crystallize that which you intend more often. And as you do this more and more often, you'll realize that you are responsible. You are the responsible party for the manifestations and crystallizations of what you intend, because you're consciously able to hold that particular vibration. You're doing it. There's also more implications. Being able to do this is allowing you to feel the way that you want to feel more often. Some of you are already recognizing this in your everyday lives. You're beginning to feel the way you want to feel more often. Do you recognize how powerful that is? This is more important than the manifestation part. Once again, how you feel is responsible for the conditions in which your life unfolds. These are the things that are happening in you. You recognize them yourself. You're not hearing these words by accident. The third dimensional state that we've become so comfortable with as a species on this plane of existence involves us rushing around and moving to and fro, giving attention to whatever attempts to grab it. This is unstable. This is where we're constantly being emotionally manipulated, pulled from place to place. This is how we used to living in the third dimension on that plane of existence. You're becoming more sophisticated, more aware, and engaged with the internal world. Subtle, but that's how it's supposed to happen. Gracefully, that's how the heavens work. It's supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to happen seamlessly. We're really talking about an infinite universe of infinite possibilities that have no number, beyond the billions and trillions. Once again, we switch billions of dimensions a day based on our frequency of being. When we say beyond comprehension, we truly mean beyond comprehension. You're here now. You're becoming aware of your present frequency. You're becoming aware of your present dimensional framework. That's all a frequency is, when you can hold the specific frequency of being. You're allowing yourself to be pulled into higher vibrational realities. You'll see these results sooner than later. As you do this, as you begin to access and recognize and choose to feel the way that you want to feel more often, understand your lives are becoming easier. Not only are your lives becoming easier, your manifestation abilities are becoming stronger naturally. Why? Because it's a practice. And as you become more mature with your energy, you're entrusted with greater and greater frequencies. Now, naturally, the increasing of this dimensional framework is continuously evolving, because we're on planet Earth. We're moving into a higher vibrational frequency of the galaxy. However, at the same time, there are dispensations. There are dispensations that your guides, your individual guides, are in possession of. And as you become more mature with the energy that you have, you're going to receive more, because you're evolving. You've all been masters before. Either on this plane in a previous lifetime here on planet Earth, you've been a master, or your incarnations on other planets, you were masters there. But all of you have been masters before. You would not connect with these frequencies if you didn't have the resonance. You can expect your manifestation abilities to increase more and more each and every day, to become more and more powerful each and every day as you continue to cultivate your ability to maintain your vibration, to be more and more aware of how you feel. It's happening, beloved. It's happening. Here, there's quite a bit to understand about how, and you gauging with your own feelings, your own internal world, your own vibrational state. There's quite a bit to realize about all of this. We've done this before. It's like riding a bike. It's like riding a bike. We're getting used to the training wheels now. With that, it's something that we need to recognize about that process in itself, because we're here to share these skills. From the intent, the planting the seed, to the crystallization. These are mental notes that we're taking as we journal, as we create, as we express ourselves, as we're able to annotate that which we've recognized, our realizations. Because once again, we're going first in this process. Leaders go first. The honor is in the responsibility. How did you do that? The master wakes up every morning as a student, paying attention to what infinite intelligence is revealing to us as individuals. Paying attention. Because once again, those around us within our sphere of influence, they're going to have questions. As you reveal and unfold more and more blessings, and once again, not even the manifestation part, it's in your presence, it's in your radiance. You're able to decide and feel the way that you want to feel more often than not. This is going to create a certain level of radiance, of fragrance in your aura. that'll be instantaneously noticed by those around you. More and more as you become more efficient and effective and aware of your sense of being. As you do this, that shine of yours is becoming more and more potent each and every day. Each and every day. It's happening. There's nothing that needs to be said. There's nothing that needs to be explained. It's just becoming more and more you. And as that radiance evolves, those around you are going to have questions. They're going to want to know, what are you doing? And at that point, you have the opportunity to share, beloved. You have the opportunity to be a blessing. At that point, life is going to see if you've been paying attention or not. Have you been a proficient student each and every day, aware of what's taking place inside? Not only to live, exist, evolve, and experience and unfold blessings for yourself. Have you been paying attention so you can help your brothers and sisters do the same? Inquiring minds and those attempting to heal and remove themselves from the chaos? Have you been paying attention? Have you been preparing yourself to serve? Inside, then outside, your internal liberation is to be shared externally with the outside world. Inside, then outside. Are you paying attention? As a messenger, as a Messiah, as an angel. That's all that means, messenger. Are you getting the message? Are you paying attention to the message? Are you paying attention to what life is showing you? The message that's being relayed. Can you relay the message to aspects of self so others can experience their own liberation as well? It ain't more money, more problems. It's more money, more service. More awareness, more service. You're a current, a wellspring, a faucet of unconditional love, of divine wisdom. You're here to share that, not to harbor it. You're not getting manifested money so you can hold on to it and be secure and make sure you and your family is safe and we good and just listen. Humility, the work is being done through you. Are you a clear channel that is allowing for the message to be relayed through you? The light to be shared through you? The currency, the abundance to be expressed through you? You're a channel for divine energy, a source energy, unconditional love, a channel. So of course you get to observe the energy flow through you and things around you become extremely abundant, extremely pleasant, and beautiful. And we get up every day and we give. We share, we add value because we're channels of divine energy, of unconditional love, of eternal abundance. That's the nature of royalty. A king ain't a king unless the kingdom eaten. A queen ain't a queen unless the kingdom eaten. Unless everybody eaten. That's where you get your crown from. Everybody got to eat if you a king. You'll figure it out as you go, but you got to pay attention. The mind tells itself stories all day long, logical stories and paths of experience all day long. Some stories good, some stories bad. There's no end to the mental activity. And in actuality, most of our conscious awareness is things that we have to unlearn, things that we're attempting to reverse engineer. Lies that we've been told and distortions that we've experienced and been told or taught in school or based on our experiences because of our own blockages of how things work in our reality. We're dealing with a whole bunch of blockages, beloved. It's a whole lot of that up here. You can have a big old head full of a bunch of lies. That don't mean you're smart. You can have a bunch of things to say. Again, when you get out of your head and you're present and you're in your heart space, This is where you access. To be here. You are a manifestation of infinite intelligence. This is the master. This is the tool. It's the soul's job to keep the mind in check. This is the tool. The mind loves linear goals and achievements and things we can project, timelines and things on the calendar, to-do list, and we feel a sense of accomplishment when we get into these things and continue to manifest whatever's on our list. It's fulfilling to the ego. It's fulfilling. We have an ego. It's just okay. There's nothing wrong with the ego. It's just we're returning to the heart space. We're returning to the throne. Presence. Presence is the real stuff. That's where spontaneity comes in. That's where you can be quick. You need to be quick, graceful, adaptable, like water. Be water. Be like the water, my friend. The heart always knows the most efficient way to achieve what you desire. The most efficient way. Being present is where you play, where you actually get to enjoy your experience, where you go with the flow, where you live life in great vibrancy and trust, beyond fear, beyond calculation, beyond moving like robots and trying to figure things out and protect yourself. And you ever tried to look at your feet while you walking? That's living from the mind. And recognize that you're safe. The more present you are, the more access you have with a vast sense of conscious awareness of everything that's happening around you. This the Neo slow motion bullet thing. This when you're doing this right here. In each and every situation. Because you're in the moment. You're 100% absorbed and focused on whatever's in front of you as God. To truly be here. We're not talking about being here and 50% thinking about what's happening tomorrow or what you got to do after this or a little later on or what's happening next or I got to fix dinner or the kids and this. That's scattered energy. That's scattered energy. I'm talking about right here, right now. Safe in the fact that what you're supposed to be doing right now is what you're doing right now. There's no other truth than that. The most important thing is happening right in front of you. The most important moment in the entirety of eternity is before you right now. As the creator, life is about this. It's the only thing that's happening right now. It's receiving 100% of my energy. Why? Because it's a miracle. Because it's a miracle and it's a blessing. The miracle, the blessing of now deserves all of you. It's the journey, not the destination, beloved. It's the journey. Now is the most important thing. Now is the blessing. When you love what you got, when you appreciate what you got, when you appreciate now, when you appreciate this, you get more blessings. When you truly appreciate this, how many times your mama told you that? When you appreciate, you take care of what you got, you get more stuff. You get more stuff. You get new stuff. When you appreciate the shoes you got, I was trying to go to Marshall's to get some. I was like, Mom, let me get some shoes. Let me get some new shoes. Look, and when you appreciate and you take care of the ones you got, then you get new shoes. Take your butt in the house and get the old toothbrush from under the sink and some soap, some dishwashing liquid, and scrub the dirt off of the soles. Dip your shoestrings, iron them out if you need to. Do everything you need. Take care of the shoes you got, and then you get some more. Simple truths. The same can be applied to now. You don't like what's going on right now? Right now, it's the dirty shoes. Right now, you got these the dirty shoes. If you don't like right now, you ain't feeling right now, these the dirty shoes. Clean them off. Do the work. Do whatever you need to do to appreciate right now. You don't like what's going on or your room look dirty? Clean your room. Make your bed. spray some perfume, make it pretty, make it beautiful. Appreciate where you at, what you got. This is how you evolve. This is where you manifest your desires. Through the frequency of satisfaction, of appreciation for this moment. Once again, presence is where you access the deeper wisdom. Gratitude is where you access the greater blessings. Breathe, beloved, breathe. Like consciously breathe deeper. When you breathe, you become more centered. You become more centered. When you breathe, you become more centered. The heart is perfectly placed in between the lungs. Perfectly placed in between the lungs. Breathe. The mind is of the greatest use to become focused. This is where you use the mind. When you're present and engaged and you're centered in your heart, this is where you can use the mind to become focused. Once again, the mind is a tool that you use to focus on something in the present. You use the mind to focus on something in the present versus using the mind to focus on something in the past or in the future. They ain't doing no good doing that. The mind is used to focus on things in the present. As you become more aware of your vibration, you can use your mind in the present to crystallize your desires. This is how the master uses the tool of the mind on something in the present. Recognize that this laser sharp focus, this is how the pyramids were built, beloved. This is how the pyramids were manifested from the six-dimensional framework and gradually crystallized and manifested on the third-dimensional level. Through this type of focus, being present is where you let go of all your expectations, results, expectations, and all your attachments to how things are supposed to go when you're present. Because the mind has these projections of how things are supposed to go. This is limiting. This is limiting. Why? Because there's forces at work that you have no conscious comprehension of. And as long as you hold on to the idea of how you feel like things are supposed to go, you block out all the miracles that are supposed to happen or that could happen. Because you insist mentally that it happened the way that the logic said it's supposed to happen. It's just that the heart knows better than that. Love is at work. The brain has no idea of the faculties and resources that love has access to. So of course, fear is going to question love. It's just that, of course, fear is ignorant and love is intelligent. It's just not aware of the faculties. Get out of the way, absolutely. It's just not aware, and not to beat up on the tool. The tool is a beautiful tool. The ego is a beautiful space of harmonic essence in which we choose to express ourselves, which the creator chooses to express itself. The manifestation of the idea of you is a beautiful tool. It's just that at one point, we have to recognize the heart is the master. This is the tool. Just as the heart is the foundation, it's who we are as source. The ego is the tool. The ego is the tool in which creator uses to express itself, to get its shine on and show the light and express what it is that the heart's saying. We clothe the words, the frequencies, the ways in which we feel. The heart is always communicating. It's just that the ego is the tool that God uses to share, to transmute the message, to translate the light, to share the nature of the abundance that is, to allow for all aspects of self to recognize the truth of peace. It's the tool. All the colors in which we express ourselves and the things of the bodies and the way we dress ourselves and clothe ourselves and the way we talk and our tongue and our language and the essence that we have, the radiance, the harmonic essence or soul song, if you will, that we have. This is the tool that peace uses to bring all home. Peace is who you are. Who you are is what you feel when you wake up in the morning and just before you go to bed at night. beyond all the temporary emotional fluctuations that happen throughout the day, how you feel when you first open your eyes and how you feel right before you close your eyes, that's eternal. That's who you are. That's God. That's the truth. The truth is not temporary. The truth is eternal. Feelings, emotions, and all of our situations, everything changes. Those aspects of ourselves, that's temporary. But who you are in truth is eternal. It don't go nowhere. When I start talking about leadership, the ego go crazy because it automatically feel like we talking about you being in charge of some people or you telling other people what to do. It's the same distortion. It's the same ego distortion definition or context that's assigned to the word seriousness. Seriousness is rarely understood here in this dimension because we have this false context that goes with the word serious and feeling that we talking about being unemotional or crude, cold, and seriousness is about being peaceful. Amongst the illusion, amongst the experience, amongst the unfoldment, you make jokes and have a good time, joy, laughter, play. It's just that, of course, our mission here is serious. We always know how to enjoy ourselves and come back to that space of balance, of presence, so we can relay the message, so we can express the nature of the divine from a place of alignment. Their souls experiencing great catastrophe and suffering with ailments and so on and so forth that are experiencing lack. And of course, in the face of those experiences, it's necessary to radiate a sense of compassion, of empathy, of empowerment. That all happens through the frequency of peace. Everything ain't a joke. I love to laugh. It's beautiful. It's just that there's some times when it's inappropriate. So we always know how to disengage and return to a space of seriousness. Choosing to listen to what's happening inside versus what's going on outside. That's leadership in purity. Beyond all the chaos and opinions and so on and so forth, what's popular and all that, this is leadership. This is an individual choosing to be a leader. You got your own wave. You're just being you. It ain't got nothing to do with outside or what everybody else doing. It's just you being you. This is the sweet spot. Some souls are operating off of survival instincts. They're competing with other people or attempting to gather more than enough because they want to be safe because of their own fear. Never feeling relaxed because something bad could happen. They could get a disease or the economy could crash. Like, these are all activities that people participate in. And it actually makes up their personality because they're operating from this space. They're compromised as an individual because of external circumstances, emotional circumstances, things of the illusion, other people, relativity, being compromised. You're meant to live in bliss, beloved. You're meant to live in bliss. Now, not later, now. Waking up excited every day to live, to breathe, to exist. We're past the point of attempting to survive, beloved. We're more sophisticated than that now. We recognize there's only divine order. We're alive to live. We would not be alive if we weren't supposed to live. Let go of the idea of attempting to sell or campaign a belief system to other people. Let that go. You have your own path to follow. Everybody's individual path is adding to the consciousness grid of the species. And once again, all that information is being added to the collective to allow for a better way to experience life. That data is supposed to be there. All the rules, all the texts, all the books, all the belief systems. You're much more powerful than all of that. Now is the home of joy. Now is the home of abundance. You can't be abundant, you can't be happy, you can't be joyous in any other moment outside of this one. Happiness lives here. Gratitude and blessings, it's a cycle. get yourself caught up in the cycle.
What's going on?
When you can just be with what you're doing
Your mind.
or not doing is the moment in which you're open. This is where you establish a deeper sense of self. These are pivotal moments in your life. Every moment is significant. Right now is important. Respect now. It's the subtle things, beloved. You can never unexpand your consciousness. So once again, there's no going back. You can never unexpand your consciousness. There's no going back, beloved. You're here now. Nobody expected the vibration to be this high so early in the game. You're doing a remarkable job. Your life will continue to inspire you as you move forward. That's your destiny, beloved. You're revealing that right now. You're unfolding that right now. When you look in the mirror, know that this is the body that you created to physically walk back into heaven with. This is the phase that gets to return to the stars. Stay present, stay humble. Recognize the work is being done through you. Being done through you as a vessel. The ego is a tool for the depth of you to express itself, to serve, pay attention. A great honor to heal, to serve alongside each and every one of you. Gratitude to you and who we are of the angelic realms of the Galactic Council or the Galactic Federation of Light, and who I am humbly. It's your Commander Ashtar. Let's keep going.